like your bread and butter now is reliant on somebody else.
Great point.
And so, and maybe even for that reason, like, all right, here's the list of 14 plus image recognition APIs. I wish I actually kept those images around. So it'd be nice to like actually do a comparison. I don't know what CamFind link.
What are you sort of thinking as you look at this?
So this is supposed to be like a list of 14 plus image recognition APIs. And I'm trying to figure out like where is this? Like, is this the list? It looks like this is the list. Number one API, CamFind. They're not even on the list of Google results, right? Like, where was that? Or maybe no, here it is. So like CamFind isn't even on here. Where do they get these? Where do they even get these 14 plus APIs from?
Yeah.
So a lot of times people just like put up a list and then go away and hope to make some ad revenue from it. So I don't even see ad revenue on here. I have no idea where they even got these people. Viscovery. Let's see, like they're number 5 down the list. Are they anywhere on this page? Discovery. I don't see Discovery. So I just completely would ignore this list. I might go back to them if I had to. If there wasn't like, if we didn't already have a great match already, I might take a further look into them.
But you're sort of like, wow, CloudSight nailed it. Yeah. Like, boom.
That's
like you almost got
amazing,
hooked like right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I work for so this guy is like, I work for Moodstocks on Quora. So let's see, what's his number one? Oh, this looks like it's more of, it's image recognition APIs in the marketplace today. So Recognize IM, he's working for Moodstocks. So
would you typically hit Quora in one of these, or
it just came up?
You don't mind? Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither here.
It's actually I'd rather not. So I don't like. I don't know. This is just me personally. I'm like more of a private person. So to go on Quora, you have to have like your Facebook account attached in. So I'm not usually on Quora that much. But like their first answer is almost always visible. If I go down far enough, it should. Maybe not. I don't know.
What do you mean the first answer?
So
best answer.
Yeah, so well, just the top answer will be usually visible, and then normally they'll like fade out the other ones.
Right. We tricked it with the incognito window.
Maybe. I don't know. So here's like image recognition API. Upload your images, usually take a photo, we give the result. Great. Make an action. So this looks like it uses cookies. Great. I don't know why they would put it there. So let's see, what's the price?
What are you thinking about this website?
So already that they're saying, hey, we use cookies, looks like they're not catering to like developers. Like developers know what cookies are. Developers know what's going on, right? Like, is that for like my mom who doesn't know what cookies are? But then if she doesn't know what cookies are, well, why would she ever turn them off? Right? Like I never know who that like this site requires cookies is for.
Right.
Like if you're smart enough to turn off cookies, you know that like half the websites aren't going to work because you turn them off. And then if you don't know about them enough, if you need to have that up there, then you probably don't know enough to even turn them off in the first place. So, so this is, how does it work? All right. Create your own photo database. That's kind of interesting. That depends on like what our use case is. Right? Do we want to like have our own samples? So similar images recognition. So this is kind of interesting that like we can put up our own images if we wanted to do that. Since like the design of the application, as I think you described it, was like we want to be able to take anything that's not as useful. But if we ever wanted to be like, oh, like we have our own set of images that like we really want to be good at and ignore everything else, this might be better. I want to see this work. If there's a place that I could upload a photo of an apple or of poop from a unicorn, that'd be great. This is kind of interesting. So like I don't know how much the other site, the cloud site, costs, but this people have pricing, so I can at least get a good idea of like about how much maybe it should cost. So like here's $0 for 500 scans and 100 photo limit. Here's like 50,000 scans. Looks like enterprise package, 1 million scans per month, 500,000 photos, $4,000 a month. Maybe that's okay. Like if this is a real enterprise site and this is what we're going to be doing.
Right.
If this is just like an ancillary thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not worth the the cost. Why? I kind of am wondering why we can't just upload a photo.
Was a homepage demo? Do you feel like it's a deal breaker for you that they don't have one, or you're just sort
I don't
of?
know if it's a deal breaker, but it's like anything where it's missing information. Like at least as a developer, for me, like if it's missing any information, that starts being like negative marks against them, right? CloudSite gets a negative mark for not having their pricing. Like I would assume that their pricing is awful because if they don't have their pricing on there. Whereas these people, I can see like, oh, they're really transparent. Their pricing, the most I'm going to get charged is $4,000 a month for 1 million photos, for 500 photo limit, but 1 million scans.
Yeah.
Like, I know right away, like this is how much it's going to cost me if I'm just starting off from scratch, building a website.
Got it.
Let's see. Here's Moodstock. The first thing on there. Oh no, he sent us the pricing. That was his thing. So we probably come in to Moodstocks, get started for free. No credit card required. Awesome. Here's some different people that like the site. Probably, I don't really care what they have to say. They want to put people up there, hopefully, that would say negative things about it.
Right.
But then, like, here's their pricing, right? For $1,000 a month, unlimited scans. So that's already been the other site, but it's only got 100,000 images. So for about they had 500,000 images, photos, and so that's about the same price, like 500,000 for $5,000, 500,000 for $4,000 for enterprise. Like we could probably get them down to the same price, but they have unlimited scans, so maybe that's more important, right? Like we're gonna have some set of images that we want to match against,
Yeah.
and then we don't I'd rather actually have some set of images that we care about, and then allow our users to scale up infinitely, rather than be like, oh, every time we have another user, it's going to cost us money. So yeah, just in general for getting started with any kind of venture. So I've done it twice before I started my own company, and I always go into it with my plan is to be successful, and so I want to plan from the beginning to be successful.
Yeah. Makes sense.
One of the examples that I like to use is there's a lot of people that really like Ruby on Rails. The only two real world cases that I know about of companies that big companies that use Ruby on Rails, Twitter and Gilt both had to get off of them because it didn't scale. It's if you plan on being successful, if you just want to get something out there fast, great, use Ruby on Rails. But if you want to be a successful company, if you plan on having your company last, right? There's plenty of stuff out there that's going to maybe be a slight bit slower, but it'll scale better. People maybe put down PHP, but Facebook made PHP scale to 1 billion users in 1 month. So
scalability
basically
is
everything.
on your mind.
Scalability is on my mind. If I want to be successful, I don't want to pick things off the bat. They're gonna limit my ability to succeed.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
And whether PHP is better than Python or whether that's better than Java, that's not really there are companies out there that have made it and are using each one of those things. So that I don't really care so much about. That's more of hey, if I have a bunch of developers, if they're all comfortable already in one language, just let them use that language so they don't have to learn something else. So they already know that, whatever. But if all they know is Ruby on Rails, maybe I let them use it to begin with, but I have to know in the back of my mind, if we succeed, we have to switch off of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I get a different set of developers.
How much time do you have with us? I just want to make sure we're on track.
Probably have to switch rooms here in a little bit, but do you want to go back to
At 5 we have to switch, or?
Technically, we're already over time with this
really?
room, but we could probably have another 5 minutes. Do you want to do that?
I have until 5.
What? Oh, you have until 5? All right. So, yeah, because we in the interest of.
Let's see. So they have a try for free. They put in email and password. So this is I don't know if you're interested in this. So what I always do, there's a website called Mailinator, and it's exactly for this kind of stupid stuff. Yeah, it's completely public. Web email address inboxes. basically you go to a page with that inbox,
Right.
and that's your like it's actually an inbox that's public to the world, and it's specifically for throwaway stuff. So like,
So what's
Does
your
this stop you from like checking it out because you have to
Uh,
do this, or that's not? that
so
much of a
and this
hindrance?
is a pain. Like it would.
Yeah, I was about to say,
So
what's
it's
your
not-
annoyance level to homepage demo versus, all right,
Yeah.
now I gotta use
So I
Spoke
think
Mobile
like
Blocks.
so the last one, right? Whatever the
Cloud
this
site.
guy, the recognize I
Okay.
am,
Mhm.
right? It also wanted me to create a free
Right.
thing before I could like even see their thing. Like I'm not willing to do that maybe like on the first one because like I already saw Cloudsite let me just use it right off their webpage. But like this is the second one now that wants me to log in. Like I'm finally kind of being worn down to like, all right, let me just put in the garbage email address.
Wait, let me stop in the interest of
Yeah.
thing. I'll stop you and let's just say, let's pretend you really care about, or you just really don't want to sign up for anything
Sure.
to try it. Let's steer you back to the Google results,
Sure.
just so I can get a little of your insight on like the specific
let's start
company
with
we're
the
working
side.
with.
Moodstocks, I will say, like they do have like a really nice site, right? Like this looks like they're using whatever the modern
Mm-hmm.
stuff is. It doesn't look like, I mean, this looks like the same website as 100 other websites, but at least it's modern, right? Whereas
Right.
like this looks like some kid did it in like 1998, right? Like I have to like wonder, like what is this like dash lines around around like their social media? Like, am I really gonna share on Facebook?
It's really weird.
I have a business that like is using this. I don't know if I would do like I don't know why I would do this. I don't know. Yeah, like they just seem like they're not making great decisions.
Got it.
Uh,
If we steer you back to the
that's cool.
original
Sure.
Google results, and it's funny you said this because this last guy we just did the exact same thing. So if you can choose the people that are paying to put themselves at the top,
these guys.
yeah, and just let us know. Just you've been doing amazing. Just talk it out.
Sure.
What are you thinking?
Sorry
About-
to like get started for free, try it for free. All right, can I like? Instead of just saying try it for free, why don't they just say like, hey, here's the thing that like Cloudsite had. Like, hey, instead of saying try it for free, why not just have like a bar and then it's like, hey, paste your image, see it work. All right, great. Let's see. Try it for free. Is this gonna make me sign up? Yeah, it's another sign up. Here's pricing.
Okay.
That's great. So they units per month, 250,000. We support volumes in the billions. So let's see. $1 million would be $2,000. That's already better than both the other people,
Okay.
right? So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
For free, we get up to 5,000. So let's we get started. That's great. I don't still know how good this is. Non-commercial. Can I give a discount? You sound very busy. What can I steal for you? Great. So they're very friendly. Maybe they have some good support. Can I just test this? Application. So here's actually documentation for the API. This is the second kind of thing I start looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that I got here already. I don't know how I got here actually, but it's nice that I got here. So like this is like I have to actually start looking at like some of their stuff. Like all right, great, they have authentication. See, is their like documentation really good? So here, like they're doing curl. So this is like the most basic level of hitting an API is with curl.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of a nice thing. They're not assuming one language versus another language. They're like, hey, the most basic way possible. Here's how you use our site. Let's see. Access token. It also means that, like, so if they have authentication, it means I do need to have a like an account with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a little harder to figure out is this good? Is it not good? I really wish they had something like the other site too, where I could just put in an image.
Can you try just typing in clarify.com, or because I think the ad they paid for sent you some like landing page.
Sure.